Hello, this is Helen Thomas and the CDFM study group. I'm continuing review of CDFM Module 4. I'm on competency number 5, Human Systems Integration. So now we're looking at how to integrate the human being into using the equipment. So I'm on page 4.5.1, and I'm always starting off by looking at the objective, define, definition, explain the importance of human systems integration. Okay, all right, first paragraph on the introduction. That's like the last sentence. Well, let's start from at the top. DoD acquisition policy requires optimizing total systems performance and minimizing the cost of ownership through a total systems approach to acquisition. Human systems integration includes the human systems elements of the systems engineering process. So how does the human being now come in to use the equipment? Program managers shall use the elements of human systems integration to design and develop systems that effectively and affordably integrate with human capabilities and limitation. The AHI planning is summarized in the acquisition strategy and the system, so that's important. So while the program manager is coming up with the baseline and the acquisition strategy and so forth, he also needs to include in the SEP, Systems Engineering Plan, and the acquisition strategy, how the human elements of the system will be integrated. So human systems integration is included in acquisition strategy and the SEP, Systems Engineering Plan, with the total systems approach being the backdrop. Page 452, let's see, got some highlights. Manpower is a member of, the type of, okay, so manpower factors are job, task, operation, okay. Personnel factors are those human aptitudes, cognitive, physical, okay. Audience description, what's a TAD? I got this highlighted. To read it again. So in the section where it labels personnel, 452, like the last part of that paragraph, a concept I didn't understand the first time. So I'm going to start with the program manager should work with the personnel officials to define the performance characteristics of the user population. For the people that are going to be using the equipment, what are their qualifications? What are their background? What are their skills? Early on in the acquisition process. So they are the target audience. So target audience description, okay, the TAD. So the target audience description identifies the cognitive, physical, and sensory abilities. So the capabilities of the warfighter, whoever is going to be using that equipment. Personnel planning involves identification of what skill level, what knowledge, skills, and abilities. The program manager uses the TAD, target audience description, as a baseline for personnel. So just like you have a baseline for the equipment costs, how much, timeline, and so forth, there's also a baseline. The target audience description provides the baseline for your personnel. Then you got your training. Okay, I got it. See, helps go over this stuff a couple times. You're not going to get it on the first. All right, what it says about training, learning prospect. Okay, so on page 453 at the top, both the sponsor and the program manager should give careful consideration and priority to use the embedded training as defined in DoD Directive 1322.18. It says capabilities built into, strapped onto, or plugged into operational material systems to train, sustain, and enhance individual to operate and maintain the equipment. This is often the best way to provide timely and effective training. So the regulation that says that the human skills need to be integrated with the equipment is DoD Directive 1322.18. 1322.18. You got human factors engineering, personnel. All right, environmental safety and occupational health. The ESOH includes the conditions in and around the system. So your safety consideration, environmental considerations of the system. Safety factors are systems design characteristics minimizing the potential for mishap, causing injury or death to operators or maintainers. So this is more like your risk assessment, your hazardous waste type environmental concerns is addressed to make sure you minimize the safety factors or safety issues. So that's page 3. Page 4, let's see, goes into environmental safety, so more habitability, what that means, those living and working conditions that are necessary to sustain morale, health, and welfare. All right. Bathing, personal hygiene, and so forth. All of that part of that hazardous. 455 talks about human factors engineering and integration in respect to DoD instruction 5000.02. The program manager shall employ human factors engineering to design systems that require minimal manpower, provide effective training, and can be operated and maintained by users and are suitable and survivable for both the crew and the equipment. Sustainable plan, a lot more terms. All right, page 457. More on the human systems engineering. Let's see, I have the program manager should integrate the systems requirements for the 8 HSI domains. See chapter 5.1. Okay, that's right, when we start in the beginning. So you have chapter 5.1, the 5 domains of human systems engineering, the 5 domains that are necessary for the program manager to integrate into the system. Program manager should have a plan for HSI in place prior to entering engineering manufacturing. So basically prior to entering milestone B. HSI and capabilities, required life cycle. All right, so these are pretty straightforward. Let me go back. 5.1 again. Let me see. 5.1 were those human systems engineering domains. Okay, so your domains were manpower, personnel, training, human factors engineering, personnel survivability, environmental safety, and occupational health. So all of those are human domains that are effective and used to help integrate the human system into that system, into that equipment, into that aircraft, into that whatever that development process is. All right, so this was domains of human system engineering. So you have, again, total systems approach. So you're not just building a system. Program manager also has to look at how that system integrates with human being. What type of skills does that warfighter have to use the equipment to meet that capability gap? So that's what this part is looking at, the human factors involved. So this concludes CDFM Module 4, Competency 5, Human Systems Integration. Be sure to subscribe for the updates to the other section, and I will see you guys again next time.